Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Friday, May the 3rd. The year's 2024. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap-up NFP day with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and different from Walmal's. And just a reminder here at the end of the week, so you don't forget it over the weekend. Risk management, never lose. Then you're willing to lose on any one single trade. So we're talking about a weekly wrap up here. All the gaps are filled according to the dashboard. Okay. And you can see we are above the previous week's upper wick zone at the moment. If we zoom out to the monthly, you can see that we are now inside the previous month's candle. We came out of that lower wick zone, so we have crossed above the bottom, which was last month's close right there. And if we look at the opening ranges, you can see we actually got back into the opening range of this year. We're below it now. That below was 2610 there. We're below that. But today we shot through the opening range for the month and the opening range for the week. And as I speak, it looks like we want to get back into that opening range for the week because price seems to be moving to the south. And for the year, we're now only 152 pips below that yearly open. We are 325 off the yearly high and 268 off that yearly low. And just want to go back over here to the daily chart for a second. You can see that dollar yen's at 152.38, 0.39 at the moment. And I think I was saying when it was around 158, start looking for shorts. It went all the way up to 160, but anybody who shorted at that 160 has been rewarded handsomely. You're laughing, Walmal?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you could be up 789.
I know. Yeah, yesterday we had an inside bar, and today we went through that inside bar high at 25.44. We crossed above the weekly inside bar from 5 weeks ago at 25.85, and then we also crossed above the monthly inside bar from 4 months ago at 25.96, and we're below the monthly and the weekly at the moment, sitting at 25.64 right now, but we're still above yesterday's high. And as you can see, there was definitely some inside bar action according to the dashboard. Range today, 119 pips on NFP day. Let's see, the big winner was the new beast, which is the pound New Zealand dollar, at 219 pips of range. But being no slacker, the dollar yen, 189 pips of range. Looking at the buy zone, we went through it. On the upside, it looks like once during the Asian and possibly once during the London session, we're still above it. And we're green on the week at the moment. Probably going to stay that way. Red rats were rewarded off of the NFP. Looks like the pound dollar shot all the way up to 126.33. Didn't quite hit the launch pad. It hit the 25.40 launch pad, but not the 26.40 launch pad. And it definitely, yeah.
And we're now below where the NFP announcement was. So we're actually lower right now than the announcement. So
yeah,
it's kind of funny how it shot, all that way up there and all the way back down.
Well, we must have had news about 5 minutes ago. I'm looking at a 15-minute bar, and it ran back up to 26.02, and now it's fallen back down again.
Yeah, we had news about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. It was final services PMI, which was only orange news, but
right.
It was very, very positive for the U.S.
And looking here at the pivot chart, Bambino Flex called for a short. let's see, we have price near the pivot, called for a long. Looks like we actually touched the pivot and ran up, so the pivot trading plan paid off. We actually hit R3 at 126.34, and prices reversed off of that, reversed through R2 and now through R1, and pivot trading plan called for shorting near R1. Hopefully you didn't short the first 2 times it hit it, because it definitely moved up on that news. And so we've got the daily pivot was taken out. The weekly pivot has not been taken out. We're at 24.45 for weekly pivot. We've got a 24.65 low. So we're still missing by 20 pips. But the day's not over, so let's see what happens. And we have taken out the May pivot already on the month. Let's just take a quick look at the H4 pivots. Okay, we've got 3 and 5 H4 bars ago. We've got those 2 pivots that haven't been taken out, so we'll have to wait and see if those get taken out. And in and out of the lower wick zone at first, and in and out of the upper wick zone from the previous day. Looking at the ranges here, I think I should switch back over to weekly, since this is the weekly wrap up. We have 168 pips of range so far this week. That puts us at the 58th percentile. High minus previous high 94, and previous low minus low, we did not go. It's a minus 167. We were nowhere near the previous low. And just to note, last week was an outside bar, so usually on these outside bars, when it breaks a higher low, it's usually a pretty big move. And we could see that from a few weeks ago, when we had an inside bar, then an outside bar, then followed by an outside bar. Those moves were big. We have a high minus close right now, 77. And we have a close minus low of 91 for you red rats and green rats. And for you weekly crossover traders, high minus open 155, open minus low 13. So price definitely wanted to shoot up, looks like this week. And let's see, have we extended the range? Let's see, that's the ATR percent. We're only at 9 for this month so far. But have we extended the range? I don't think we have for the year-to-date accumulated, because we haven't made a new low or new high for the year. So no, we have not. And looking here at the monthly chart, we're in between the wick zones. We crossed above the previous mid and the pivot. And right now the month of May is an inside bar compared to the month of April. Looking at the weekly, we're still above the upper wick zone. And that previous week was an outside bar, as I mentioned before. It says buyers strong control. If we zoom into the daily, let's see, we're above the upper wick zone, and that previous day was an inside bar. And the previous day's range has been exceeded. We've got a higher high, higher low on the day. So we might be looking for some breakouts again. So Walmal, how was your NFP day?
Well, I didn't pick up very much, and the reason why was because the market really wasn't moving prior to NFP. I mean, to give you an idea on the hourly ranges, we were seeing things like 9 and 10 pip range for the hours, that I was trading. So it's sort of like, well, this is a little tight for me to be able to do anything. So then what happened was we had the drop of the news, and next thing you know, we went to a 81 pip range on that hour. And what I did was, I don't like, as many people know, I don't like taking trades right before news. I want to be out of the news, out of the trade before news, because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you already made
And
that mistake once this week, right?
Exactly right. I don't need to make it again. Actually, was it this week or was it?
It was this week.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
But yeah, but in any case, I just don't like what can happen. And so, I just wait for the news to drop, and then when it went, if you look on the 1 minute chart after the news drop and it did that big run up, pulling my chart up right now, got an opportunity where what happened was it went up there, got up to the 25, got above the 26.25, and then put in a big down bar. And then the next candle opened up, and it actually, even though it's a big down bar again, it actually opened up by going green, and it ran all the way up to like about 16, and then it came back down. And when it went and passed the open of the previous candle, I went and jumped in, and in the matter of literally a matter of about 15-20 seconds after getting into that trade, it hit 5 pips, and I took my 5 pips off the table, put it in the bank, and said, you know what, I've had a good week this week. I had a couple of really spectacular days. So I'm like, okay, and I got an extra 5 pips. That's all I need. I don't need any more than that. Even though I didn't meet goal for the day, I've more than doubled what I need to make for the week. So we'll just go and end it there. And I'm saying this just because sometimes at least for me anyway, it's been a long week. It's been a hard week. And even though I made money all week, it was more one of those weeks where there were some days when I was in a lot of trades, and it was just exhausting, and I just feel tired. And so, like, I made some pips today. I don't need to go make more than that. And when you're tired, at least for me anyway, I make mistakes when I'm tired. I don't need to go make a mistake here. Let's just go and take this and run off, and we'll watch the market for the next hour or two, and call it a week, and do my paperwork for the week. And somebody had asked what I mean. I guess I say that a lot. Do my paperwork for the week. What I mean by that is I go through the week and I look at all the trades I took, just a review. Even though I review the trades at the end of the day, I go and look at it now from a more top-down viewpoint of looking at all the trades, on the chart, for the entire week. Put the silent graph up, look at it, see it, see if there's anything that's glaring that I made a mistake on that I should have paid more attention to, or something that I need to start paying attention to. I go and looked at my journal in terms of mistakes that I made, for the week. What bonehead maneuvers did I pull off? Whether it turned into a positive trade or not. What bonehead, and what do I need to do to go and try to go and mitigate those dangers? Because for me anyway, with trading, it's more about the mitigation than it's about the winning. Because if I mitigate the losses, if I contain the losses, I truly believe then you can be profitable. Because if you keep the losses under control, the wins will come. They just do.
Yeah.
So that's my philosophy with trading anyway.
And you know what, traders? The fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. So I hope everybody's having a good May so far, profitable day, week, month, and year for that matter. And I'm going to wish all of you a very fun and safe weekend. And I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.